Alright, what is going on, guys? Back with another trade recap video. So today is the February 31st, Wednesday. We had FOMC today, and we actually were in a trade during it. I have a clip of the live reaction with the news or whatever, but that one ended up being our winning trade for the day. We'll start off on NASDAQ. I took this trade very early into market open. And it was a losing trade. So let's go over it. When I'm looking at the daily, let me actually rewind this back. Okay, so when I'm looking at the daily from right here, clearly, that I don't think that broke bearish structure. No, it didn't break structure right here. So, I mean, technically we're not bearish yet. I see that we're coming into this big daily fair value gap. So I marked that out. I marked out EQ as well. Equilibrium. Our 4 hour is bearish. I don't know. It was mainly a daily bias play. Also, I'll show you with the liquidity that I was targeting. So I see that we come up into here. I'll hop on the charts also at like 9 in the morning and mark out all of my key liquidity areas. So this is our liquidity area from Tuesday, AM, buy-side liquidity that never got swept. We have New York lunch, buy-side liquidity that never got swept. And then we also have PM buy-side liquidity that never got swept. And then the only lows that were still remaining were these London sell-side lows. And they did get tapped right here, and they gave a nice reaction. So from this point on, I see that nice reaction. Market hasn't even opened yet at this point. But if we bring it over to 5, we can see that right after this, it gave us a break of structure to the upside then. And then, I mean, it's pretty, yeah, it broke right there. But, I mean, the 15 looks good. The hourly down here looks pretty solid. I mean, we came into this daily fair value gap, so it kind of makes sense. There's an hourly one right here, too, that it filled the 50% mark of. So, yeah. I will let this play out to, like, around our entry. Okay, so this is kind of close to where we entered. This is not even market open yet. Okay, so did I already enter by this point? I think I did. This was a quick exit, by the way. Yeah, so I had already entered. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So right here, I'm waiting for a 5-minute break of structure to the upside, so I marked that out. Just waiting for that. We have, this was an hourly bullish fair value gap, very small, but still fair value gap. I marked it out. And we have this 15-minute order block right here. We gave a nice reaction off that. This is a 15-minute fair value gap as well. And we already swept London sell side. We tapped it once, and then we ended up sweeping that. So, like, if we get good reactions off this, like, I'm going long on that. We also haven't broken 15-minute is still bearish. Hourly is, it's still bearish, but I mean, yeah, there's things that you look back on. I mean, should I have waited for more confirmation on higher time frames? Maybe I should. I don't know, though. There was a lot of liquidity, like I said, that needed to be swept all the way up here. And we swept London sell side, and it gave us, and then we ended up sweeping that wick when it barely tapped it. So it was giving us a clean reaction off of that. I'll drop it down to the 1 minute. So, and it gave us a, so it gives us a clean reaction off this order block, and then it ends up tapping into this 15-minute fair value gap, giving us a good reaction as well. And we ended up breaking 5-minute structure right here too. So then I look for longs. Did I already enter by here? I think I entered off this 1-minute fair value gap. So yeah, I mark out our 1-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, maybe I don't. No, I entered on the break structure for this. Yeah. So I probably should have waited and got filled for that. Because as we can see, it just did not go in our favor. So right as this 5 minute broke structure, I was just like, all right, I don't want this to run without us. Let's go long. And yeah, that's not. I should have waited for more confluence. I also took this trade 5 minutes after market open. I need to be giving the market more time to develop and whatnot. So I mean, yeah, that's just a learning lesson, and we get stopped out right away. And honestly, Nasdaq did nothing like all day today. Swept no important areas of liquidity. Touched EQ. That's about it. Anyways, yeah, so that was a loser. Let's move on to our winner. So for gold, okay, I was very. Believe it or not, I was bullish on gold, but we ended up shorting it. So we broke. We're bullish right now. We have gold's been in a consolidation phase. Like, you don't want to be trading like this little ass range right here. Like, it's just choppy, and that's from fair value gap right there. It's just filling in. And we also have a bearish one right there, and it's just wicks after wicks. So yeah, I was actually bearish, but after seeing where liquidity lies in the market, that's where the market is going to draw to. So I mark out my AM buy side. We got this huge dump yesterday. I actually missed this. Well, this was from the day before, but I missed this, and I was very mad about it. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, that was the AM buy side lick from the day before. Also marked out our AM sell side lick, PM sell side lick, and London sell side lick. This is market open, so I see that we're bullish right now. We're pushing up to this AM buy side lick, liquidity. And yeah, we'll just let this play out. So I see that we blow right past it, and we're just doing some chopping up here. I don't really have any confirmation from here. I would be waiting for like a 5 minute break to even start looking at anything. We end up getting it right here, but I mean, that's not really. I was also looking for a 15 minute, because when you're all the way high up here, like, you need higher time frame stuff. And I easily thought that this could be an hourly retrace as well. Because I mean, that just looks like an hourly retrace back down. I mean, look at, like, it's just so obvious. I mean, look at this, guys. Same shit happened. We get this big hourly move up, candle down right after. Right here, big bullish candle, right back down. Big bullish candle, right back down. Does this not look familiar, guys? We see consolidation, big move up, big move down. Consolidation, whatever. Consolidation, big move up, big move down. Consolidation, big move up, big move down. Consolidation, big move up. What do we think is going to happen? Big move down. So I'm just waiting for the bias on that. 15-minute break of structure. And then I look for fair value gaps. So we end up getting the 15-minute break on this candlestick. I'll let one more play out. Okay. So we end up getting the break on this 15-minute right here. Drop it down to the 5. I see this 5-minute fair value gap right here. Sorry, thought I had a burp. Maybe I do. Oh, excuse me. So I see this 5-minute bearish fair value gap right here. And I just wanted to see a nice clean fill off that and a good reaction, and I'd go short. Stops above these highs. We got the 15-minute break, 5-minute break. Like, it's basically all I need to go short if I'm expecting an hourly retrace, and I have all of this liquidity resting below. And we just swept AM buy side liquidity. That's basically telling me we're getting an hourly retrace. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. So we'll let this play out. We end up chopping around for a long time. It was very slow, and I feel like that's because it was FOMC day. Um, okay, this is where FOMC happened. So I don't know why I marked that out. Okay. So this is where FOMC happened. It ended up going in our favor. Don't mind these fair value gaps. Let me get these off. Yeah, we entered off this 5-minute one up there. And then, I also marched. I'll tell you that later on. Okay. So this is where FOMC happened at 2. It went in our direction. It ended up hitting TP1, which was a 1.5-ish RR play. So pretty solid. We only took off 40%. But I mean, solid nonetheless, profits. We ended up making our loss from our NASDAQ trade. So yeah, and then after that, I mean, I'm just expecting this shit to go, like, dump. Like, sweeping all this liquidity below. Turns out, we just get a retracement back up, stops us break even. And I thought, okay, when it stopped us break even right here, I had marked out New York lunch buy side liquidity, because I'm just like, okay, what if it wants to sweep that liquidity before going lower? Like, okay, we get our TP1, we get stopped out or whatever. Okay, what if it goes up, sweeps the New York lunch buy side liquidity, and then we find a fair value gap entry, we go short. Price didn't end up sweeping New York lunch buy side liquidity, which I thought was weird. And then right after it pushes up and stops us break even, it literally dumps down and takes out the London sell side liquidity and PM sell side liquidity. And I mean, it's frustrating, but it's also nice to see, because I mean, this trade would have been I would have probably closed it out right here. I would have closed it out at the London sell side liquidity, because that's the closest one. That's what you target first. Made point of interest. We took our half at 1.5 or whatever. It's a 3.38 RR trade. That is a good fucking trade. And yeah, we still ended up making money on it, but a little wick retrace ended up stopping us break even before our trade actually fully executed and went to our points of interest. But nonetheless, profit's profit. Pretty solid day. We ended in profits, so it's nice to see that the trade did work out, or did just, I don't know, it just followed how I thought that it would. So the trade idea was right. I executed it good too. Like, our entry was good. It was at the top in the consolidation phase. And I mean, yeah, that's about all, to be honest, guys. Hopefully you guys like this vid. It's probably a longer one, yeah. Just because we had 2 trades. But if I take any trades tomorrow, you guys will see that vid on Friday. But until next time, guys.